Welcome back. We're back with another video. So I was thinking about this a couple weeks ago. There was a movie with Justin Timberlake called In Time, and I don't know if y'all have seen it yet. Yeah. Please go. It was 2012. I forget when it came out. It was a while back. And in this movie, what they do is their currency and the way that they live. Now all of it becomes
I did see that.
How long they live. Yep. Right, so they have a timer above their heads all the time, and it's clocking itself down to the day of death, right? From the hours to the minutes to the seconds, and some are, from the time you're a baby, that's how it is, and their payment is with time, which is fucking nuts. So my question was to you guys: if you had if you could know time of death, if you could know the time you're gonna go, what would you do differently? If you had that timer where it said like you got,
if you give it to me right now,
if you have 4 more years plus 2 months, what would you? If you give it to you right now?
Right now, I'd probably do the same thing I was doing.
The same thing you've been doing till the day you die.
The same thing I'm doing now.
What if they sped it up? What if it wasn't 4 years? What if it was only a month?
I'd probably still do the same thing.
Still the same thing.
Because what I do, you'd have to find out what I do.
Because I'm pretty sure
we'd have to talk about what you think is important.
Yeah,
what I spend most of my time doing.
Well, what is that though?
Being with my family.
Yeah.
Being with my mom, being with my son, being with my wife, doing things with them.
I'm the same way.
I don't think I would change that. I mean, there's nothing else really that I'm not gonna say like I don't have a bucket list of stuff to do, but I wouldn't be like wanting to go do that. Because at the end of the day, I always think about this when you talk about death is you're only here for a short time anyways, really, in the big scheme of things. And at the end of the day, the only people that remember you is those people who you touched,
who were around you,
and they were around you that you touched and you guys had interaction with. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my son and my wife is gonna be the closest compared to anybody that I spend the most time with, that I'm involved with the most, that I do the most things with. So if I'm gonna have 2 years left of life, I'm not gonna just let me go and jump off a bridge not trying to kill myself, you know what I mean, or do some craziness. I'm gonna just spend the 2 years.
I figured you
doing more things.
I'm the same way too, because
probably.
I think
Be honest with you.
If we had 2 other people in this same seats and I asked them that same question, the answer's gonna be different.
It depends on where they are in life.
Our base is our our goal was our family to begin with.
Yeah.
And now we don't base it on outside of our resource and say my job is my value, or you know what I mean? Like I don't base it in any of that. I just base it off my family and comfort of living with my family. That's all I'm basing it on.
Yeah. So it depends on where I was in life. If you asked me that 20 years ago,
it might have been a different answer.
I might have been like, I'm just gonna go rob as many banks as I can, go spend the money and go fly around the world. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna try to live crazy and YOLO.
Because right now you're living the life you wanted to.
The life that I'm trying to create, live. There's things, of course.
Me as a kid didn't see this. There's no way to see.
I never wanted to have kids.
That I'm vacationing, that I'm doing all this shit.
Never thought about
that I'm making the money I'm making. There's no way me sitting at that pool thinking about what am I gonna do for a living? What am I gonna do in my life? What is me when I'm 40 years old gonna be? You would have never guessed.
You would have probably thought you was gonna be Dan Blizzard.
Oh no, I was gonna be a kung fu genius. That's what I was gonna be.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna be UFC Gold.
It wasn't even UFC
yet. It wasn't even no. There wasn't UFC.
Barely.
It's just the beginning of it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know something in that area, in that arena.
Yeah.
But my smart brain was like, that's stupid, bro. That's not smart. But I would have never seen this in my life because I'm fulfilled. I'm actually doing what I want.
I want more, but I'm content with my family.
Yeah. If I had that, what about you with the time clock? If you had a month to live, if you had that option.
2 years. We'll do 2 years.
2 years. Let's do 2 years.
Okay. What was the original question?
So let's say somebody gave you a death date and they said you got 2 years to live. That's all you got left.
2 years.
If I was told
today that you're gonna die in 2 years, on this day again in 2 years,
what would I do? I'd probably do the same things I'm doing also, but only go harder.
Yeah.
Instead of being so laxed about it and how I procrastinate on certain things, like I would make sure that when I set a goal, I actually do it so that I can actually, if I'm gonna die, but I die fulfilled.
Yeah,
fulfilled
like
life.
The fact that I actually got to do the things and accomplish the things that I wanted to. and lived out my purpose. Because like you say, we're not here to stay. We're only here for a short amount of time.
For sure.
Life is short. Life is precious. So it's about living a purposeful life, you know, impacting the people that you have to impact and doing the things that you have to while you're here.
Yeah, because when you're gone, I think about, we talked about this before, me and Lou, I think too, about when you're gone, like you might say, like I said this example before, but I said my dad has no like siblings that are really alive, right? He has only as me as his child. My mom, nobody could tell his history or tell anything about him, but me and my mom, and if we're not telling his history, then he has no history. He had no like.
He's erased.
Unless he has good friends around him that were doing that, but he didn't even have that. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't want to live like that life. I don't want that life to be my life. I don't want my life at the end and nobody. And it's not. And I think it might be a selfish thinking, but I don't want to live without leaving
something
people
behind.
that they would say like, you know what? Mo said this to me the one time.
A good
Mo did it.
Yeah.
Like when my homeboys like, and they say like the only time they been to Vegas was with me. That's something they're gonna remember forever. They might tell their kids about it, whatever. And I hopefully I could do more of those things with other people because that's what I want to be remembered for. I don't really care about, you know what I mean, like certain things that don't. I know when death comes, it comes, and it's just like the people that are gonna remember me are the people that I touched, and if I didn't touch them, then
if I had those years to do, I would do the same, except at the very end, that last day. I wouldn't call it. I would just call it a happy death day. Like I do a happy birthday.
I would get everything
It'd
in
be
order,
a happy death day because
money-wise.
I did everything. I did all
when
of
I
it.
leave, so everything.
I did it. I'm gonna end it in a happy way, and I just go.
Up my
that
insurance
way.
to like $1 billion.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I know I'm dying.
I'm glad we don't know.
Yeah, I'm glad we don't.
Because I think that would freak a lot.
Oh no, everybody would be going crazy.
Oh my God!
Everybody be shooting each other in the
They're
streets.
already doing that now.
Yeah, but they would do it literally. Because if you know, like, oh, tomorrow's my day. You don't go around this dude. It's the same thing when you hear about
the
like
purge.
People go to prison though.
Yeah.
When you hang around lifers that ain't never getting out, you know, like
you gotta stay away.
You gotta stay with.
You can't be friends with that guy.
Because they know they never getting out of jail. You getting out next week.
They don't care, bro.
They might be like, you know what? I don't think you should get out, bro.
God damn.
For real. So it's like the same way. If they know they dying tomorrow,
with me for the rest of your
that guy
life.
driving the car past, he know he dying tomorrow. He's like, you know what? Let me just go into this pool.
Boom.
Dying
We'll go
tomorrow
crazy.
anyways.
Society would go fucking crazy. Because that was my next goal was, like you remember I was bringing up, if I sat 2 more extra people in these seats, their answer would be different.
Oh yeah, everybody's answer gonna be different.
But if you take that and you put that on the fucking in the world, and everybody has that clock, how many fucking crazy people are there gonna be?
Yeah, it goes to that's for sure. I think that
now you know.
But I think you know it again. Like I said.
But I actually live my life.
It's actually what happens in that movie, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
People start going fucking crazy.
He only has like a day every day.
People start going fucking crazy.
Yeah. I live my life like, man, I gotta go hard. It's like now or never.
I feel like I might die soon, so why not do everything?
So like, because people aren't living as long as they used to anymore. The life expectancy is just getting lower and lower as time goes by. I don't know if you guys noticed that. So now it's about 70.
Yeah, different. Men, women, different.
Yeah, so it's like, man, it's,
women are living longer than men.
Yeah, but that's been going on for a long time. Yeah. But now the numbers are just decreasing. Like people are just dropping dead.
But then what's crazy is then you hear stuff about, you know, well, they're gonna have immortality in 100 years.
It's life extension.
Yeah, they're like life extension for 100 years. I'm like, really? Like forever? I won't be alive when that happens. But
how is that gonna work?
I have no idea. But there's science. If you look at like science shit, they talk about it as if
they've been working on this for a long time.
Life extension.
Yeah.
Like living longer. Like you're gonna be living.
So how does it work?
I have no idea.
Okay.
We don't know yet.
I'm saying I see an article that says they're going to be able to extend life to 150 years. And I'm like,
talking
really?
about this for a long time.
You know what's crazy is this is off subject, but you know that people are getting like leg implants to get taller?
Really?
Bruh, I only gotta know about this. This is a whole nother video.
I'm the shortest one out of all of us. Let's talk about it.
I watched the thing with a guy. What they do is they cut the top of the femur.
Oh my God.
They drill into the femur. They add a piece on to your ball joint where your hip is. It made a guy 3 inches taller.
Damn.
That was from 4 inches. He went from 5'8" to 6
I wonder how much that surgery is.
I have no idea, but people are getting it.
That's cosmetic then.
That's cosmetic for sure.
Damn.
People are getting it. Me and my wife were talking about the other day. It was a thing about the guy, real life.
It's painful.
It probably is, but you're not.
Well, they have implants for everything nowadays.
My thing is, bro, that's all. No, we can get it.
Did he heal up all right?
Yeah, he's walking. He's fine.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are
we just
kind of
fucking
going
with
off
hips.
subject.
But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is that's the same thing we're talking about with like advancement. Like, oh damn, we can make people taller, but how is that rod in his bone and all that gonna help? Like, how's it gonna be in the future when he gets old?
I don't know.
True.
Is it gonna
It's gonna be
last?
worse.
Is his other bones gonna
We
be
won't know
cracking? This
until-
bone will be good, and
we
this
won't
bone
know.
will be cracking. Like,
We don't know until
we
he's
don't know
70.
until he's 70.
Yeah, like,
And then all the hundreds of people that he
every time he moves, he's like,
push to go do it too, and they're like, and they're
Yeah,
all
put some
like,
WD-40
they're all like
on.
wiggling while they walking.
Let's get back out
Anyways,
there.
we got off subject. We'll get back to that. But like I said, think about that. Ask that question to yourself, man.
sure.
If you only had 2 years to live, what would you do? It's like, it makes me think of the song with the locks.
Yeah,
You only
yeah,
had
yeah.
24 hours to live.
24 hours
Just
to
think, what would you do? Who would you, and who
Who
would
would
you?
you love? Who would
Yeah.
you?
Actually, one of my favorite songs from that.
But think about it. Let us know in the
Like, subscribe,
comments.
share, comment.